So not only is today going to be the final episode in our League One campaign, we're going to have two trophies on the line. First up, we're going to be playing Birmingham City to try and wrap up the league title. We've already secured promotion since the last episode, so we're just trying to put that little cherry on the top of the campaign right there. Then we're going to be taking on Barnsley in the Papa John's Trophy final to try and make it back-to-back competition wins and to do the double. Can't get any better than that. Let's just get into it. So we have secured promotion. We are actually coming back today for the Birmingham match because there is a chance of us sealing the league. Obviously, I'm skipping over the recap a little bit here for now. We'll come back to that in a second. But we've got 5 games remaining in the season and we're 14 points clear at the top. So a result will definitely guarantee us the title today. A draw will do if Bolton don't win, I believe. Although, a draw will pretty much guarantee the title. Being as we've got a plus 40 goal difference over them, we're essentially 15 points clear at this point. So yeah, how have we been getting on since you were last here? Obviously, the last game we lost 3-1 to Barnsley, and we were in a little bit of a slump after that. Straight after that, we went into the Swindon game, and we did manage to win 2-1, thanks to a last-second goal from Barbrook. This was an incredibly frustrating game again. I felt like we had so many chances over and over and just could not seal the victory. But it all started off with a lovely free kick from Chima Aliou, top corner. It's what he does best. And then they got a horribly deflected goal. I think it come off Edgerton here. Yeah, it just cannons off him and into the top corner just before half time. But then late on, as I said, Barbrook managed to get the winner. Lovely cross in here, and Barbrook just nods it over the keeper, who'd come out to try and collect it. So yeah, that was a game that I definitely foresaw us losing. I mean, you can see from the XG, they were pushing a lot throughout the game, and it definitely felt like one of those where we are definitely the better side here, but we're still going to lose because the football manager gods deem it to be so. And I'm glad we did win, because otherwise we would have been on probably our worst streak of the whole season. Let me just check. Yep. Because if we had managed to lose that game, we then followed it up with a 3-2 loss to Bradford. This game was another quite frustrating one. To be honest, I feel like we were quite hard done by. I mean, we only made it 3-2 in the 92nd minute, but there was a disallowed Galbraith goal that, I'll be honest, I didn't realise was disallowed, and I thought we were at 2-2 at the point. So then when they went 3-1 up, I was very confused, but Cadamartri managed to, secure some face for us, I suppose. But yeah, it was not a good week, let's say, of performances. But then we did manage to bounce back. Luckily, we came up against Carlisle, who were struggling in mid-table. They haven't done a whole lot this season. Managed to pretty comfortably deal with them. Played a pretty much first-team squad. I mean, Millington and Linwood are not generally first-team players. But I did sort of want to make sure, we put our foot down, got ourselves back in winning ways, and we did so quite nicely. I will say as well, Bursak has been playing in goal most games. I think we played Ombang against Bradford, yep. We played Ombang against Bradford, and he did not do well. To be honest, he should have saved some of those. So I just thought we'll stick with Bursak. He's playing more than well enough. And to be honest, Ombang, looking at how he's performed in the games I've put him in since Bursak come in, I know he's better stat-wise, but he's just not performing the way you'd like him to perform, realistically. So I'm thinking we might look to get a new first-choice goalkeeper in, but Ombang can drop down to be our backup in the next season, is my plan. It depends on how things go. But anyway, on with the recap. We did come against Burton next. Now, this is the game that we actually secured promotion in. I know I was saying I was going to come back for the promotion game, but I'll be honest, I was just getting a bit carried away. I was enjoying the game too much, and it was late at night, and I just wanted to carry on playing because I wasn't able to record. It's not great, but we're going back for the title once. That's all that matters. Nice crossing from Bellingham. Finds his way to Wintergill in the 20th minute, and he just headers it over the keeper into the far side. And then 35th minute, Wilson charges forward, a lovely little pass through to Barbrook there, and just managed to beat the keeper with very little issue. Then quite deep in the second half, 75th minute, a lovely ball from Bellingham. Barbrook comes onto it again and rounds the keeper, no problem at all. They did get one back in the 87th minute. Rasulo here with a cross in to Wilson, and managed to, really slammed it in the far corner. But then in stoppage time, we managed to seal the game. A lovely little pass through from Munro here to Galbraith, who rockets it into the far side. It was a very dominant performance overall. I'm surprised the XG is so close because it felt like we had a lot of highlights, but I suppose maybe they weren't quite as good highlights as I thought they were. Then we came up against Crawley after that, a nice 3-1 victory, relatively comfortable again. Played a pretty strong side. I did have to put Foyo at left back just because we were struggling a bit with fitness for all of our defensive options. So Bailey and Foyo are definitely not my ideal fullback pairing, especially with Ombang in behind them. It could have gone very badly, but it didn't. And then we came up against Peterborough in the semi-final of the Papa John's Trophy, and an unlikely hero, Daniel Rigg, stepped back up. It was like the Daniel Rigg of last season, Absolutely unstoppable he was. He scored 2 goals, put us in a very good position. Unfortunately, they did score a late equaliser. I will watch the highlights for this one. Plange put them ahead in the 17th minute after a nice little pass out wide. And I think it crossed it in and went. Did it go past the player? No. Plange put it in. I think our one goes past the player on the cross. Yeah, does this one go out to the right wing? Yeah, with Bellingham here, puts a cross in and it just sort of just keeps going. Everyone gets in each other's way. Rig managed to slot it in at the back post. And then Rig added another with a lovely finish here. Wilson was bursting down the left. He cut inside. He cut it back to Rig and just slammed it in the bottom corner. A beautiful placed finish. But then 84th minute, a crossing from Peterborough, and they managed to get an equaliser. When it comes out to Adam on the left, and he just pops it in the bottom corner. Then we come to, we've seen all the penalties. So yeah, penalties were pretty good all round. Well, one there, Lancaster. Boyang, as reliable as ever, made the keeper look like a fool, partly down to the keeper's dive, but who knows. 2-2 from Jones. An injured Barbrook managed to make it 3-2. Adams made it 3-3. O'Connor slammed it home for 4-3. Grogan stepped up and Bursak saved it, no problem at all. And then Griffiths scored his penalty after. It's a bit weird that it doesn't show that one when that was actually the winning penalty. But either way, I mean, scored penalties are not that interesting to watch realistically. So that's actually set us up with a final match up against Barnsley, who have sort of replaced Forest Green now as my new bogey side. I mean, Forest Green, if we look at previous meetings, we've definitely got back on top of them. We've beat them 5-0 over the last 2 games. I'm not worried about this team anymore. But Barnsley, however, we've played them 3 times, and they have absolutely dealt with us in every game. A 4-1, a 3-1 and a 3-1. One of those are friendly, so I'm not sure I'm going to count that with too much weight. That was back when we had like Tanadre, Mitchell, Gofford, Bates. You know, we're going back a few years at that point. But this season, they have been our bogey team. We've actually only lost 7 times all season in the league, and 2 of those have come to Barnsley. If we look at this, Bradford, Barnsley, Bolton, Plymouth, Grimsby, Wrexham, Barnsley. They're the only team that's done the double over us. But yeah, the next 2 games are going to be pretty huge. So we're going to jump into them pretty quickly. So we're going to make this a little double header. We're going to do the Birmingham game first, and then we're going to hop straight into the Barnsley game afterwards. Hopefully we can make this 2 trophies in 2 games. Who knows? And then we'll sort of, next episode, skip over the rest of the season. We'll do the season recap, do a few little transfers, because I have been looking at a few players and got some offers in, but we'll go over that in the next episode. There's no one that's going to be joining in a relevant timescale, so we'll just crack on with this. Right, what am I going to do with my team? I think this is how we're going to be lining up. I have had to make a couple of little sacrifices here, but I think we're going to be okay. We've got Bursak in goal, Wilson, Griffiths, O'Connor and Wintersgill across the back. Foyo in the ball-winning midfielder spot, Boyang and Bellingham, Mazzalas as per usual. Casanova in front of them, and we'll go Munro and O'Neill up front. Barbrook has been on fire lately, and I do really like having him in the team, but he's not quite at full strength. Let's actually give him even more of a rest, and we'll stick Pert Harris on the bench as well. So we're very limited on, attacking substitutes. We've only got Cadamartri as a backup here. Galbraith is injured and is probably going to be out for a good chunk of the rest of the season, annoyingly. My only other real debate is Nathan Hughes or Wilson on the left, but Nathan Hughes has been a little bit iffy in the last few games. He's more likely to produce like that moment of magic, but I do think if Wintersgill starts to struggle, I might bring Hughes on and put Wilson over at right back. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, we're just going to jump straight into the game. It's quite a big game for me. Birmingham City are the team I support in real life, so this is quite exciting for me and a good place for us to try and win the title. Go and make your dreams a reality. I've got faith in you. I've got faith in you. Everyone is buzzing, confident and ready to go. Right, we're lining up in our standard 4-3-1-2. Birmingham City are lining up in a classic 4-4-2. There has been a couple of Birmingham City players that keep popping up on my front page of being very dangerous players. I'm just curious. I don't think either of them are playing. There was Ballymumba has been absolutely killing it lately. And Patrick Ishaki, is that the Tanzanian guy? Yeah, I've actually been looking at signing this guy. Tanzanian 19-year-old. Looks very good, but we'd have to sort of play him up front, and he hasn't quite got the acceleration. Either way, we'll get into that another time. But the game has started off quite quiet here. Birmingham have had 71% of the early possession. It's starting to even out a little bit now, but we are definitely not the dominant team in the first 15 minutes of this game. Haven't even had a shot yet. This is, let's just encourage. Let's try and get a nice early morale boost going on. Everyone came out the dressing room absolutely buzzing, and that's where the happiness ended. We finally had a shot. It was a 0.06 XG. Maybe it was better that we didn't have shots. But we have got a Bellingham free kick in the 29th minute. He curls it just over the top right. corner of the net. Bellingham coming up against a club that he started his career at here, of course. Not sure if we've got any other ex-Birmingham players. Not any that I recognise the names of, at least. Or if we have, they're probably regions. This does seem like it's been a very quiet first half. How are Bolton getting on in their match? They're also drawing 0-0. Okay. We have just overtaken Birmingham in the XG, at least. So we're starting to perform a little bit better. As the ball comes back to Wilson on the wing here. He looks to cut inside. Casanova gets a nice ball through to Boyang. And he rockets it into the bottom corner. Absolutely fantastic finish. Boyang's actually recently had a new contract for us, and he has earned it there. My God. Boyang and Aliou have signed on for a few more years. They were moaning that they weren't getting paid enough, and quite frankly, they were not. But Boyang is showing me there why he deserves to be paid on par with one of our best players. And that puts us in at half-time, 1-0 up. I think we're doing well, but we could definitely take another gear and charge this match. Another gear to take charge of this match is what that says. Learn to read. Everyone is looking pretty good, stamina-wise. I'm not going to run people too ragged today. I'm going to make full use of substitutions for those that are probably going to be playing in the cup final in a week's time. But we've got a Birmingham free kick in the 51st minute. Carlisle steps up and rockets it straight over. It says it wasn't far away at all, but Bursak was not worried, so I was not worried. Right, 60th minute coming up. I was about to make a sub, but we've got Keller corner, and Gray heads it wide, thankfully. Another very quick highlight after that. Ball gets hit long, falls to Foyo. Wintersgill gets it on the right side. Okay, he's putting it back. We're not making an attack just yet. Oh, no, we storm through the middle. Foyo coming forward. Not Foyo, Casanova's coming forward. Comes to Bellingham. I'm all over the place here. Wintersgill gets the ball back to O'Connor. Gets the ball inside to Foyo. We're looking to push through the middle. Casanova lines up for a shot, and he just goes over. Just gets tipped over, actually. I thought that was just a goal kick, but we win a corner out of it. Boyang with the corner fires it hard and low straight into the first man. That's embarrassing, but he's pushing in forward himself now. Can't make anything of it, though. That was an odd hit. Oh, there was a... Okay. Yeah, I've never actually seen that Football Manager. One of our players put the ball out, and they gave us the ball back. I have never seen that, and I've played this game like literally tens of thousands of hours over the last decade. That is crazy. Or maybe I've just never paid attention to it. Either way, Boyang gets the ball to Bellingham. Oh, we're pushing forward again. He's passed it to O'Neill, but O'Neill is about 3 miles offside there. There's absolutely no chance that was going to be a valid goal. Right, what are we going to do here? Bellingham could come off. We're going to bring on Pert Harris, I think. I'm going to bring O'Neill off and give Cadamartri a run out. Who's not doing great across the back? Griffiths isn't doing great, so I'm going to switch the back line around a load. I'm going to put Hughes on, put Wintersgill at centre back, and swap the full-backs to where they're properly supposed to play. And those 3 subs will probably do for now. We have got, quite a few of our subs are on a high workload. Boyang's actually starting to struggle a little bit, so I might look to take him off very shortly. I'm going to get to this point, so I'm going to bring off Wintersgill for Aliou. And I'm going to bring Boyang off for Millington. I think that's a relatively sensible double change there. And very quickly, that's all 5 of our subs used. Foyo probably should have been brought off and saved, but hopefully it won't come back to bite us too much. The fact that Wigan have got Bolton held at 0-0 does mean that even if Birmingham do sneak a draw, if that other result stays the same, we are going to still win the league. We've got 5 minutes left. Just try and force it. Let's time waste as much as we can. And oh God, I don't like it when this happens. As soon as you put on time wasted, a highlight pops up. Okay, I always get scared when there's a pass back and I can't see where my goalkeeper is as well. But a nice ball over, and it comes back to Wilson, okay. Foyo passes it to Pert Harris. Lovely bit of defensive knocking it around here. Pert Harris, Casanova, Cadamartri, we're coming forward. Munro gets the ball, but we get dispossessed. And now Birmingham are in the ascendancy, potentially. Catamol gets that to Adaramola, something like that. Fraser, Cochran, Adaramola, gets it to Yombi. Oh, and he fires it well over. What is the other goal game? Oh, we're going to have just missed a penalty in the 90th minute. Is that going to matter? I don't think it is. Yes, come on. We managed to win League One. Absolutely fantastic there. We've been so dominant all season. It's kind of crazy. Little Boyang up there. He's absolutely tiny. I love it. I'm going to have to keep Boyang until... Not Boyang, Foyo. I'm going to have to keep Foyo until we're in the Premier League. And just this little man running circles around everyone. And yes, there we go. Champions of League One. Everyone's loving life. I'm not sure who that is there that's celebrating. Oh, you can't click on them in this. But yeah, everyone is doing that lap of honour. Giving it to the showing it to the fans. Lovely little cartwheel there from someone. From generic white guy. I don't know who you are. In fact, from a distance, the only two people I can pick out in this team are Wintersgill and Foyo. And Wintersgill's got a headband. Although so's Danny Wing. And Foyo is the Hobbit. But yeah, I mean, good little fight back from Birmingham City late in that match. But it never mattered. We're just too good. So that wraps up our league season. I managed to win League One. Fans celebrate with manager. Border ecstatic. Bellingham has praised me. Absolutely brilliant. We were crowned champions. Bolton didn't actually manage to get a victory, so it didn't matter either way what we did. We've paid out a bit of money to some staff. I'll quite happily pay £5,000. I will also say, just in case you're curious, our transfer budget's for next season, 1.4 million. And we've gone from, I think, from 30,000 wage budget up to 42.5. But I'm not really looking to spend a whole lot of money, so we might end up moving some of that transfer budget into the wage budget. Anyway, so there we go. That was a very successful March. 5 wins out of 5. And I suppose we'll be back in, it's 2 weeks away for the Barnsley game. One quick thing of note, this is the first time this has happened on this save. I'm really excited. I was just looking through the next gen for 2030, and I always go through, I look for anyone who's maybe at like a smaller club. Like, who did I just add? Like Sint-Truiden in Belgium. You know, there's a chance we could manage to sign someone from there, so I just had them to a shortlist, see if they're any good. And 21 to 30, Habib Razak Kahund, who's out on loan from us to Baka Asek Mimosas. He'll be back with us start of next season. And he's actually the 21st best wonder kid in the world. That is insane. It's our first entry on this list, and I couldn't be happier. He's going to have to be a first teamer next season if he's got this sort of recognition already. Just looking through, there's actually no one else here that I think I'd be able to get. Oh, Blackpool, you're relatively trash. Let's add you to our wish list. Birmingham, add you as well. Okay, right. So I'm just shopping now. I don't need this clip should end. And today is the big day. Can Chelmsford Town finally get their vengeance on Barnsley, who've been toying with us all season long? Right, we're going to be starting off Bursack in goal, Wilson, Edgerton, O'Connor, Wintersgill across the back, Foyer, Boyang, Bellingham midfield, Casanova in front of those with O'Neill and Barbrook up front. It's pretty much a full-strength side. The only person who should be maybe in the squad if it's a full-strength side would be Nathan Hughes, but Wilson's been playing really good lately, so I feel like it's best to have him on. And we've got plenty of cover across all the subs bench, so we should be able to mix and match this team as we like. The only thing we're missing on the bench is a right-back cover, but with Wintersgill and Wilson both able to play right back, I think we're going to be okay with that. What are the chances that could be what comes back to bite us? Anyway, let's just jump straight into the game. Can we make it 2 for 2 for Papa John's trophies? It would be absolutely incredible if we could go and win that trophy and show everyone what we're capable of. Right, let's also do defenders. Everyone is inspired or motivated. Okay, here we are at Wembley, I want to say. Is that Wembley? This looks different to Wembley. I didn't actually check where this was. We're obviously in our 4-3-1-2. Barnsley lining up in a 4-4-2, a formation we have played a lot this season. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a hard counter for us, but it seems like everyone is showing up playing at a 4-4-2. I'm just going to quickly double check where this game is. If it is Wembley, because I feel like it should be Wembley. Yes, it is Wembley. It just this didn't look like Wembley from the overhead view. I don't know. Either way, we're getting into the match. Quiet first 10 minutes with no highlights, it looks like. Okay, 12th minute, we've got our first highlight. Wintersgill gets the ball forward to Casanova, who gets dispossessed. And now is going forward, but Benson looks to smash it in from long, but he puts it wide. And Bursack will have a nice easy goal kick. I don't know how he intended to teleport through the net to grab the ball then, if anyone noticed that. Their goalkeeper has already on a 7.1 rating, so I'm going to assume the 2 shots we've had on target that I haven't seen have both been relatively decent at least. And now we've got a Wintersgill throw in the 24th minute. It'll find its way back to Foyo. Bellingham now looks to push forward, gets the ball to Boyang. Casanova gets it out wide to Wilson. Can Wilson get across in here? No, it comes out to Boyang again. keeping the ball nicely. Can we actually do something with it here? Wilson looks like he's going to start to take a shot. No, Bellingham, Boyang, can someone do something? What? This is the most patient build-up play we've ever done. Wilson gets it back again to Boyang. Foyo, the ball gets deflected and it hits the post, but Barbara connects. Can we have another chance here? Wintersgill pushes forward and gets dispossessed. Hit the post so early on. I mean, it was a complete fluke that we hit the post. It got I feel like a bad shot got deflected onto the post. We're up to the 40th minute now, and a Bonswell throw in deep inside the Barnsley half. And it does look like, I know, gets dispossessed by Barbrook, and now Casanova lets come forward again. Boyang is streaming forward, and he smashed it into the bottom corner. Yeah, Boyang with his 13th goal of the season puts Chelmsley Town 1-0 up. Can we finally exercise our demons against Barnsley? It's a beautiful little bit of play here. Great, I want to say counter-attack, although, you know, we ended up going backwards before we came forward, but still, they were not ready at all for that attack. I keep seeing Boyang taking shots at the bottom, but I'm not seeing any of them on the highlights. We're just into stoppage time. Is it going to get cut out by Bellingham? Coming forward again. Can you get it back to Wintersgill? Yes, he can. Wintersgill's on a yellow. That's a little worrying. But the ball comes in, and O'Neill smashes it into the bottom corner. We're 2-0 up just before half-time. Joe Bellingham with a brilliant little cross there that found its way through everyone, I felt like. Did no one else touch that? Oh, no. It was a Wintersgill cross. No, it wasn't. Oh, God. Apparently, I wasn't watching any of that. Yeah, how did that get through? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It found the 6th player it went to. Absolutely nuts. Right, it's half-time, and we're 2-0 up. What a first half. This could not have been any better of a start for us. Is anyone struggling? I mean, Wilson deserved his yellow card. I am sort of thinking, yeah, Wilson, I'm going to bring you off for Nathan Hughes. I would like to put Aliu on, but I'm going to give it... Well, you know what? Edgison's not having a great game. Let's bring Aliu on, because Aliu is incredibly dangerous from free kicks as well. And yeah, I think that's good for half-time. Substitutions, we'll just get straight into the second half. That was a relatively uneventful first half that then ended in 2 very quick highlights at the end. It was like hit the post, was all that happened in the first 40 minutes, and then we scored 2 in the next 5. It's a very quiet beginning to the second half. We're 15 minutes in without a highlight, but our shot counter is flying up. I feel like we've had 5 or 6 in this half already. I didn't check what the number was at half-time, so please don't go back and prove me wrong. Right, 68th minute. We've got a Bonswell throw in deep inside our half. Powell gets it out to Benson, out to Key on the far side, and what is his name? Obavuduo? Okay, either way, Barnsley have got one back. That is a little bit scary. What could we change to make this better? I've took Wilson off, so I can't take Wintersgill off. I'm tempted to bring Barbrook off. He's not really doing much. I might even put Cadamartri on. We'll go for the old O'Neill Cadamartri angle that probably won us this cup last season. Kick-off highlights is always scary. But when we've got the ball, it's okay. Oh, God. Benson now streaming forward after that interception. He gets it out wide to Kemp. And they're going to score 2 quick succession. They are. And it's 2-2. Osmond Foyo just gave the ball away in midfield. Yeah, Foyo, I was thinking that didn't look like him, but of course it did. Nice little passing play from them to get through. And I feel like that bounced off Foyo to go in as well as he tried to make up for his mistake. I'm going to bring Linwood on in his place. Can't really make like all my midfielders are my best players, Bellingham and Boyang. So I'm a little nervous to take either of those off. We just need to take less risks and I'd make sure our passes are actually connected. If we go into extra time, maybe. Right, let's encourage, see if I can get a bit more out of them. Everyone's loving that, okay. I don't want to go to extra time, and I might take Bellingham off if we do. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm actually too scared to mess with anything there because I didn't want it to result in them getting a last-second goal against us. Right, Cadamartri's not been doing great, but I can't really take him off. Bellingham, I'm going to have to swap. We're going to bring Danny Wing on. Boyang's also struggling. I'm going to swap both my centre mids, both my Mazzalas out. Annoyingly, we're 2 best players so far, but what are we going to do, really? Casanova is also dead on his feet, but I actually can't change it anymore at this point. Oh, God, this is stressful. We get an extra substitution, don't we? Yeah, we've already made 6. Never mind. Okay, this first half of extra time, we still haven't had a highlight yet, and it's about to end. They've just constantly got endless substitutions, it feels like. They saved a lot of those till late in the game, although they have got a couple of players that are dead on their feet. What's their right? Is it their right side that are knackered? Williams and Mads Anderson are struggling, so that's these two. So I'm going to tell Achinga to go as an attacking Mazzala, because then he's going to their right side. I always struggle with putting that into perspective in my head. Got to feel pretty bad for Dylan Monroe. Everyone else on the subs bench has been brought on, and he can't be. Apart from that, their midfield right side is also struggling. Like, I'm almost tempted to do this just to really go at that side where they're both knackered. But it's a formation that I really haven't played. Casanova as a supporting advanced playmaker. Wing is going to cover the wing over here a bit. Maybe I should do deep line playmaker. Yeah, I'm swapping that just to deep line playmaker. He's just as good at that. He's not very defensive. I normally tell him to pretty much just go for it, but our right side are also struggling. Winterskill and O'Connor and struggling to keep up. 116th minute. Got Barnsley, free kick. Comes to Hughes. Bouncing around a lot. Who's this going to end with? Casanova gets his Achinga. Okay, this could be our highlight. Hughes gets the ball to Achinga. Okay, push that player. He's dead on his feet. Go. Yeah, he's just pulled up. Oh, God. Achinga, you can't pass the ball for beans. Benson gets it to Kane. Pushing forward. Kemp gets the ball all the way out to Key. He's got miles of space. Long ball in. Head of the ball clear. No. Oh, what a save from Bursak. Gets his fingertips to it and knocks it out for a corner. Oh, we got another highlight. I really thought that was going to be full time. Got Hughes with it at left back now. Achinga is going to have to make a little run there. He decides not to, but it still works out. It comes all the way forward to O'Neill. Can he get a cross in? Yes, he can. Cadamartri. Doesn't quite manage to get his head on it, but we have got a throw in deep in their half. Is this going to end up actually being taken? Yes, it is. Okay, Wintersgill. I'm going to need you to... Come on. Winterskill doesn't have a headband. I think I claimed he did. He's just got an afro. Are you going to... Mate, come on. Winterskill. Put the cross in. He puts the cross in. And it comes to Achinga. Cadamartri has scored. He hasn't played much this season, but he might have just won us a trophy on his own there. He does the robot in celebration. Peter Crouch, our director of football, eat your heart out. Absolute madman. That was a powerful cross there from Winterskill. Achinga gets a shot that gets saved. Brilliant save from Lumley, but unfortunately for him, it falls straight to Cadamartri. Oh my God. We've done it. For the second time this episode, Osman Foyo is going up there to get a trophy. We've done the double, I suppose. Would you class that as a double? I suppose in League One, you're not going to win the FA or the League Cups realistically. This is the double as far as we're concerned. Bursak doing a lovely little dance there. Osman Foyo lifts the cup up to Bursak's shoulders. And there we go. 2 for 2. And I was so certain we were losing that. Oh my God. What a result. Absolutely fantastic. Is someone on that far side going to do a cartwheel when this switches? Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. Oh God, that wasn't Wintersgill. Who is that? I don't know who. Oh God. I really wish I could recognise my players just from looking at them. What a result. I actually feel like this change that I made, I'm not going to say it made all the difference because the cross came in from the right, but you could definitely see it was a good change. We were punishing that right back as much as we could. Oh, we actually managed to win it. You deserve to celebrate. And there we go. We have gone 2 for 2 on trophies. We've gone 2 for 2 on Papa John's trophy wins. 2 for 2. Do you enter it in league in the conference? I think you might actually. Either way, we've done the double. That is pretty much as good as our season could possibly have gone. We've gained 104,000 for winning that game. 18 medals went out. Everyone should be very happy with themselves. Another trophy for us. We've won it 2 times in a row. Very happy. Oh, that can't have happened very often. It seems mental that Newcastle won this in 24-25. What were Newcastle doing? Oh, that was their under-21s. Okay, that makes far more sense. Oh, God, I am so happy with that. We paid out 60,000. We're the biggest overachievers, which I think that's a bit ridiculous to say, realistically. If we look at the player stats for the tournament, Kevin O'Neill scored 10 goals in 5.5 appearances from 16 shots. Osman Foyo mistakes leading to a goal. I was going to say he came top of the table, but I suppose he actually came bottom of the table as performances go there. Danny Wing, highest expected assists and open key play passes. But yeah, that was what an episode. That's 2 trophies in a row. We managed to set the record for the most Papa John's Trophy goals by scoring 27 now. O'Neill has scored the most goals in a Papa John's Trophy season. Wing has got the most assists. And actually, I don't know, it's not listed here, but we already have the victory for... Oh, no. I was going to say we've got the victory for the most wins in a row, but we don't, because that was if we'd beat Peterborough, but we drew with Peterborough. So maybe both of these will technically count as draws. I don't actually know how that works for the records, if it's just after 90 minutes or not. But quite frankly, it doesn't matter. I love that there was 48,000 people there generally. 35,000 of them were Barnsley fans. We've still got such a small following, only taking 13,000 to a cup final at Wembley. But I cannot fault anything else. So I am going to get the last few games of this season done. We're going to come back in the next episode. We're going to do the end of season review. We've got a few transfers and stuff that I did show you a little glimpse of that we're going to go over in the next episode, as well as a couple more maybe coming in, who knows. And I'm going to have to start looking to build my squad and see which of our first teamers are going to end up on the bench next season. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, maybe leave a like or comment down below. It really does help out a great deal, and it means a hell of a lot to me as well. Next episode will obviously be our final one down at this level as we look to start making preparations for our championship debut. Very excited about that. We should be able to get some really good players now we're up to that league. But yeah, subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of that. And once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.